Okay, let's begin. And I'm very sorry for the little technical disturbance. So let us begin it. Let us understand what is retail, and to understand retail, we'll take garment sector as in the center, and I will try to explain you the importance and the impact of the retail on it. So if we got sector-wise distribution of a textile or a garment industry, we'll come across that almost 47 to 50% of the textile which is produced is used for ready to wear. After that comes home furnishing, then automobile, agro, space and aeronautical, medical and others. So you can understand by this pie chart that at most 50% or somewhere less than 50% of the textile which is produced is been used for ready to wear. Now, beginning the session with, as we have all decided that at the end of this session, we will be having a question answer session. Now, there you will ask me the question and I will reply you. But let us begin it in a reverse way. Here, I will be asking you some small questions through which I want your reply, whatever strikes right now into your mind. So my first question is, what is fashion?
So fashion means basically which is in now trending.
Okay. Anything else which you, all of you please switch on your mics so that I will be able to hear variable answers.
Demand of that thing.
Right, okay, demand of a particular thing. Anything else?
Fashion is a way of clothing presentably and which is very attractive.
Okay.
The main target customer of fashion industry is youth.
Now think it in the perspective of a manager. If you are a manager, what is fashion?
Fashion is basically what we wear and how we look according to that.
Okay. The way people dress, live, and behave. Okay. This is one aspect. In simple words, whatever is accepted by the people or masses, the way they live and they behave is termed as fashion. Or whatever a particular group wears and enjoys, that falls in fashion. So fashion is an idea as well as a process of change over a period of time which is accepted by individuals or a society. Okay. What is a trend?
Trend is basically which is ongoing at the moment, what we can see. That's trend, because trend changes every now and then.
Okay, very good. Anything else other than this?
The most the people wear.
A
Yeah.
trend is short period, generally short-term period. It comes and it goes.
Okay. If I want to put it in few
Changes
words,
with time.
Even that's right. If you want to put it in few words, we can put it as it's the direction or the movement of fashion. Okay. The way fashion goes. Trends are described by the way they are accepted. Okay, you can have a pictorial view. The way of dressing by an individual or a society. Now this is ready to wear, where we easily go to a shop and buy our requirement. Correct? Guys, it is our habit. Whenever we feel or whenever we are in the position to buy something new, it is our first preference that we choose clothing for ourselves. So whenever you go to a retail shop, you have a multiple choice in front of you from which you select and you buy, right? Introducing the merchandising. Merchandising refers to the services provided with regards to the finished goods. Now, those goods which are available at the retail end, they are known as merchandise. Now, it can be any product, right from FMCG, a car, or any other product which is available at the retail end, which people just select and buy. Merchandising means you have to provide a product line that will meet the need of selected target market and produce profits for the firm. So now what is merchandising? Merchandising is a process of planning. Guys, what is planning?
Before doing something, discussion about that.
Okay, anything else? Define planning. If I ask you a question, define planning, how will you define it?
Planning is
Putting up
deciding.
strategies.
Planning is deciding how the process will go.
Yeah. So in simple words, we can put it as planning means.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Your screen is not visible, sir.
Planning means prediction of future options. Planning means it's a prediction, right? We just predict something कि भाई ऐसे काम करना है, right? Organizing.
Sir,
What do
your
you understand
screen
by
is
this?
not visible, sir.
Yeah.
Your screen is not visible, sir.
Awaj? Hello.
Yeah, they are not seeing your screen properly, but this problem is 2-3 people are only facing. I am seeing your screen very clearly.
I can't hear you guys. Is
We
my
can't see the screen, it is black.
G?
The screen your screen is not visible, sir.
My screen is not visible.
Yes, because I am seeing your screen very clearly, but some other people are complaining that your screen is not visible. I think some technical issues there.
They might be having that technical issues over there at their end. From our end, it is visible, na?
Yes.
Maximum people are not
Okay.
seeing the screen, sir.
So let's proceed. Organizing means yeah, guys, my question is, what is organizing?
Sir, you stop sharing the screen, then again start sharing, sir.
You want me to repeat it again?
Yes.
Shall I stop sharing?
Sharing the screen and then restart sharing the screen, then it will be visible.
Okay.
Now it's okay.
Now it's okay?
Yes, sir. Now it's visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible now.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly now. Okay.
So the process of planning and organizing. I was asking you the question about organizing. What is organizing, guys?
To put the thing in particular manner.
Right. Anything else?
Organizing is to
Sir, to organize something in a particular way.
In a particular way. Okay.
To do anything in a systematic way.
Yes. Or we can put it in a very simple words. Getting the work or a process done as needed. Right. Then comes coordinating. What do you understand by this term coordination?
Communication.
Okay, communication is the key of coordination.
Working in the synchronization.
Working in synchronization, that is correct. Exactly. So coordination means in tandem with all the departments or all the subordinates or whoever people are in the process. Okay, that is coordination. Then controlling. What do you mean by controlling?
Having a control over all the processes that are being done.
Yeah, that is what you are giving me the verbal form.
monitoring the process what we are doing, just to monitor.
To monitor. Okay.
To monitor.
Okay. Anything else?
Supervise the running of.
Supervision. Okay, very good. One word answer, supervision. I'm impressed.
Control and work can be done.
Yeah. Now, you know what? These are the terms, control, controlling. We can understand what is controlling, but it becomes very difficult for us to put it in words.
Determine the behavior.
That's what I'm telling you, no? Now,
Yeah.
see, in simple words, I can say to get the work done as per specification which we need. Okay. The way or the specifications which we have set, the standards which we have set, getting the work done according to those standards is the control, right?
to controlling the errors. That would be fine, right?
You can say that errors are to be controlled. Only then it becomes error free, right? Not only errors, but the steps, the procedures, the proceedings, it should go in tandem, one after the another in a sequence, the way we want, so that we can generate a quality which we have fixed. Okay, and that can be achieved by supervision, inspections, or any standard modes which we are controlling. Okay. So all these activities of manufacturing a product and supplying it to the ultimate consumer is known as merchandising. So in short, the activities or the main aim of a merchandiser is just like working like a manager, where he has to be a planner, he has to organize the things, he has to coordinate with the departments or different vendors or anywhere which he needs, as well as he has to control the situations and the activities. That is known as merchandising. Now, my merchandising can be divided or bifurcated into 3 different segments, which is known as types of merchandising. First one is apparel merchandising. Specially deals in garment house, or we can say in garment manufacturing, or in buying house. Now both are very, very similar. I will just explain you what is the difference between two. A garment house is a house which is vertically integrated, where the fibers are converted into an actual garment. Okay, as per the need. Whereas a buying house is a house, or you can say a company, which places an order to a garment house and gets its work done. Okay. Understood the difference between two?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next is retail merchandising. Now retail merchandising, again, it's divided into 2 ends. First is the front end, and second is the back end. The front end is the end where the goods are exchanged for consuming, or you can say a retail store. Whereas the back end is the office, or we can say a back office, where the entire control and entire planning is done. Clear?
Like a warehouse.
Yeah,
Amazon,
everything
Flipkart.
is incorporated over there. Warehousing, inventory management, okay, stock planning, everything. That is the back end. We'll go into that a little later. Then comes visual merchandising. Now, visual merchandising is again bifurcated into two parts. First one is planning and second one is execution. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, let us understand what is the objective of a merchandiser in a garment house. In a garment house, you get a sketch with the specification of measurements and the specification or the details of the garment which is to be produced by using what type of a raw materials. So the entire specification is given in in details, which are known as spec sheets, as well as the sketch of a garment which is to be produced. Okay. Now the role of a merchandiser over here is to understand the sketch, make the required samples, get it approved, then arrange for the required specified fabric and get the actual merchandise done, or you can say the product done or manufactured. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall we proceed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, it was very easy for me to explain to you what is the role of a merchandiser in a garment house. Now, I have just given you an example of a single piece, but in a company, we have to develop a range of products together. So let us understand the merchandising calendar, how it works. Now, in general, company is divided into 5 different departments. Which are those departments, guys?
Sir, production department, stitching department,
Okay.
and this thing, CAD department is as well there, merchandising
Fabric in
department,
charge.
planning department.
Yeah. Generally, generally a company is divided into 5 departments, and those departments are production, okay, marketing, purchase, finance, and design. Okay. Now, what are the activities of this department and how much time is allotted for the department, or how much time it has been consumed to create a new collection? So the first department we'll talk about, designing department, where the activity is of preparing a new collection, and the time allotted for that is, say, somewhere around about 2 months. I'm talking of a single collection, right? So a collection of a merchandise or of a segment may take maximum time of 2 months for them to produce new designs. Once the new designs are developed, they are sent to the production department where pattern making and sampling is done. Once the samples are ready, those samples are forwarded to a marketing department where marketing department forwards it for the sales. It means marketing department will arrange for a fashion show or an exhibition or any other means where they can exhibit the new designs and book orders accordingly. Okay. Once these orders have been booked, Concentrated, purchase department orders raw material by the process of selecting a vendor or a supplier. Okay, so this entire process is given at least 1 month time. Then during the time the raw material has been placed, the order for the raw material is placed, production department starts grading the patterns as well as they plan for the line, how the manufacturing is to take place in actual. So this is done simultaneously during the period when the orders have been placed. Purchase department starts receiving the raw material, and after the verification and the inspection of the raw material, when they have been approved, they are forwarded to the production department for the full throttle production takes place. Okay. And once when the product is ready, they have been shifted again to the marketing department, where marketing department schedules the delivery part and the products are reached to the end consumer, to the customers for sale at its retail end, where consumers will buy. Now looking at this pattern, the title is merchandising calendar and I have divided into 12. Now here 12 doesn't mean January to December. It can be any month. Okay, it can be any month. It can be from June to May, right? Or April to March. It can be anything. What I am trying to explain to you is the time allotted. So don't calculate it in a manner कि भाई एक production जब चलता है तो उसको 12 months लगते हैं. No, it's not like that. It is just a simple way that a collection, new collection preparation will take maximum amount of 2 months. Okay, 1 month will be taken for pattern grading and sampling. Okay, is it clear? Now this pattern has been applied in our garment industry on the basis of season. Guys, how many seasons do we have?
Two seasons, winter and summer.
How many seasons do we have?
We have 2 seasons, winter and summer.
3 seasons. 3 seasons.
3
Spring
seasons.
also.
5 seasons.
3 seasons.
Okay.
In summer, autumn, and this thing.
Okay. Okay.
Summer, autumn, winter.
Yes. Good. So now enhance your knowledge. Okay, upgrade yourself. According to what do you say, the business strategy, business or in marketing or in merchandising, we follow 2 seasons. Okay,
That
and
is
according to
winter and
fashion,
summer.
it is dependent on season because season is one of the principle of fashion. And we have 2 seasons around the globe. Those 2 seasons are summer and winter. And then we have a lull period between summer and winter that is known as autumn.
Autumn.
Yes. And between winter and summer, which is known as spring. I'll show you that in my season calendar, how it works.
But in apparel industries, as per business laws, everyone asks for winter and summer only.
Yes, exactly. Correct. So it has been defined in such a way. See, it has been defined in autumn, winter and spring, summer. So seasons, there are 2, which are autumn, winter and spring, summer. So at least you understood how the manufacturing takes place?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now my next question is, what is retail?
Selling something online.
Yeah. Just give me a simple example, guys. Whatever you see, whatever you have observed, whatever you feel. What is retail according to your sense?
The sales of goods to the public in relatively small quantities.
Okay.
The
Anything else?
process of selling and purchasing.
Okay.
Selling ready-made.
Retail means the end user is involved.
Selling
Anything?
ready-made goods to the consumer.
Yes.
Retail means B2C.
Okay, very good. Now I will just give you one simple mantra today. A simple mantra. Guys, we all are educated, highly educated people. Yeah, or under we are conceiving our graduations or whatever studies we are doing. Right? Let me tell you one thing, guys. Don't forget your basics. Okay. The introduction of any terms or whatever we have learned in our school, right from standard 5th to standard, right from standard 5th to standard 10th, that is very, very important. Okay. So don't forget that.
So retail is reverse of wholesale.
Yeah.
It is just reverse of wholesale.
No, I'm not getting your question, please. Hello.
I'm just telling that about retail that it's just opposite to wholesale.
Just opposite to wholesale. Okay. ठीक है. अब आप अपने concepts भी clear कर लीजिएगा. So according to theory, retail is the last end of distributing channel where goods are exchanged for ultimate use. ठीक है? Now, when I say distribution channel, it means goods are manufactured in a factory under a company or a brand, right? So from the factory, from the manufacturing point, it goes to the distribution depot. And the channels of distribution are distributor, okay, wholesaler, semi-wholesaler, and then retailer. So they all fall into a big category or an enlarged category of a retail. But this is a channel. It works in system. Understood?
Yes, understood.
Okay. So let us bifurcate the retail. Conventional or traditional retail. What is this conventional or traditional retail? Anybody?
Conventional may be called as a young youth.
Inventory method is based on relationship between product cost.
No. Simple words. मैंने कहा ना 5th standard और 10th standard को याद करो बस. Don't go into the new textbooks which you have been going right now.
Traditional as an lehenga, like as in like marriage wear kind of a thing. Traditional.
The give and take method.
That is barter. Give and take. That is barter.
Yeah.
Guys. Let me clear your doubts. It's very simple. Every morning we come out from our house. What do you see? Plenty of stores around you.
Shops.
Individual stores होते हैं ना, दुकानें होती हैं. हर तरह की दुकानें देखते हो. Correct? Is it comfortable for you? I switch on to Hindi, Marathi, any other language.
Comfortable in English, sir.
Yeah.
Comfortable, sir.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you see different types of stores in front of you. दुकानें देखते हो. अब इसमें भी
Yes.
ट्रेडिशनल मेथड में मैं और डेप्थ में जाता हूँ. You see hawkers on the street. भाजी वाले होते हैं, फ्रूट वाले होते हैं. वो भी रिटेल है. वो भी रिटेल है. आपने रेलवे में जर्नी की होगी, लोकल ट्रेन में कोई पेन बेचने वाला आता है, कोई अलग चीज बेचने आता है, वो भी रिटेल है. ओके, जिसको हम फेरी वाला कहते हैं, पर वो भी रिटेल है. सो ऑल दैट फॉल अंडर दिस कैटेगरी ऑफ कन्वेंशनल और ट्रेडिशनल रिटेल. क्लियर?
Yes.
Okay. Then comes organized retail. What is organized retail? अब बताओ. Now open your textbooks and tell me what is organized retail.
Malls, shops.
Shopping malls.
Branded one.
Malls. ठीक है?
E-commerce.
हाँ. E-commerce तो तीसरा है. E-commerce, that is e-retail. Now organized retail means ट्रेडिशनल कन्वेंशन में एक इंडिविजुअल बंदा हुआ करता था जो अपनी दुकान स्टार्ट करके काम करता था और अपनी रोजी रोटी कमाता था, करेक्ट? ये सिंपल कंसेप्ट है रिटेल का। यस। ऑर्गेनाइज रिटेल में क्या हुआ, बिग कॉर्पोरेट कंपनीज स्टार्टेड डूइंग दैट बिजनेस, exploring the advantage of space and what do you say, money, right? Heavy investments can be done by the corporates. एक इंडिविजुअल बंदे का एक लिमिट होता है ना एक दुकान स्टार्ट करने के लिए, वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा कितना वेल्थ पुल अप कर सकता है, लेकिन ऑर्गेनाइज रिटेल में
franchisee.
Yeah, of course, anything, all that falls. Those are the categories. Franchisee is a category. But organized retail is the basic difference between two, organized and conventional, is organized retail was or is where the corporate companies have become a retailer where they can invest in space and they do heavy investments in the form of funds. Okay. Then came the third concept, which is e-retail. Now, ई-रिटेल तो उससे भी आगे का एक स्टेप हो गया। हाउ? बिकॉज स्पेस का इन्वेस्टमेंट कम हो गया।
Deepak sir, English, try to use English only.
Okay, sir. So in here, okay. So now let us understand what is retail merchandising. It refers to the manner in which brands and other companies make their merchandise available in the store. Okay. The objective is to encourage the purchase, and successful retail merchandising requires proper planning. Now you know what is planning. Implementation. What is implementation, guys?
Implement करना, planning करने के बाद उसको
What we have planned, we should have to
apply something.
do accordingly that.
Yes, applying the strategies which are been decided. Okay, that is implementation and management. And finally, we have to do the analysis of what we have planned, what we have implemented, whether we are doing it in a right way or not. Okay. So we have to analyze the past data and the current data, and we have to come to a conclusion. Now this is organized retail sector. Again, you will see over here, in an organized retail, आपने जैसे कहा ना mall, what do you see in the mall? Clothing, food and beverages, music, footwear, beauty care, jewelry, home decor, right? So there are various types of products which are available. But if you see it closely, you will see that almost 40% of the space or the area in that store is covered by textile. You can say, when I say textile, it is covered by clothing or home decors. Okay. Now, what is the role of a merchandiser in retail? First one, product range selection. When I say product range selection, it means he has to do the analysis and select the range which can be sold in their stores, which are located in different locations. So here again, location wise, the study has to be made. What type of merchandise will be sold in the particular store, and according to that, the ranges are to be selected. You have to estimate the sales, how much sales can be done at a particular store. Accordingly, we have to plan our stocks. Now, after estimating the sales of an individual store, okay, concentrating them together, then the stock planning can be done. First at the base of company level, and then individual store level. Then comes visual merchandising. I will explain you the entire concept of visual merchandising, what it is. We'll keep it a little back. Pricing and costing. Now there are different strategies of pricing and costing, completely depend upon how good you are negotiator. Vendor selection. The key element over here is a vendor selection from where you will get our product range. Either we'll make or we will buy. Then dealing with suppliers. Now, if we are giving an order to make a product from a garment house, then we have to also specify the suppliers of the raw material. And retail end, this is a very, very crucial point which deals with after sales services. Can you give me some small examples of what are after sales services?
So repairing, warranty and guarantees.
Yeah, that is a textbook. Customer support. Everyone have faced the challenge of this after sales.
Yes,
Apparel segment में क्या हो सकता है?
alterations,
Yes.
defects,
Alteration, refund.
Yes. You offer a service of alterations, correct?
Exchange.
Yes. Sometimes even the damages are replaced. It depends upon the company's strategy. Okay? Good. Now understand what is merchandise planning. Merchandise planning means planning an inventory for a season. As I just told you, okay, in fashion, we have 2 seasons. In retail, we also follow the same pattern of seasons, that is autumn, winter and spring, summer. Okay. Planning stocks according to the space of a store. Right? Now you have also witnessed this. You go to a brand store in certain location or in an area, the same brand store in another area will not be of the same size. The size of the store differs from location to location. So according to the size of the store, we have to plan the stocks. Anyone, do you know what is the thumb rule of planning the stock in retail?
also about the customers, sir, how the customers and in which area you have the shop. You have to plan the stock according to that.
That comes in range selection, beta. That is range selection. Ki what type of product we have to sell at a particular store, right? Now, how much stock we have to sell in that area? That is space. So planning stock according to the space. So what is a thumb rule over here? It's very basic.
Market price of the space.
Yeah.
Market's price of the space, how much it is costlier?
No. Okay, I'll explain you one thing. See, it has a direct correlation with the turnover. Okay. And turnover again has a correlation with the plan, budget. Okay. So in general, what happens is we follow a thumb rule, which is known as 1:2.5. Now, what is this 1:2.5? It is a ratio. Now, this ratio is square foot area of the store, okay, into 2.5 merchandise. Say, for example, if the store is of 200 square feet, then into 2.5. Itna merchandise should be there in the store, available always on the floor or on the shelf, so that you can meet the targets of your budget or of your sales. Is it clear? That is 1:2.5. Now, this was prior pandemic. Now, after the introduction of e-retail, again, this is to be revised, and that the process is going on. Now, selection of supplier for sourcing. This is also very important, a key role. Monitoring of the merchandise and vendor evaluation. When I say monitoring of merchandise, it means during the process where the where our merchandise is being manufactured, where inspection plays a key role, and as a buyer, or we get manufactured from another party, we have that right to inspect the process of manufacturing, which is known as second party or third party inspection. Okay. Now, stages of merchandise planning. It benefits of, we can put it in the term of benefits of planning. First one is preparing a chart of bifurcation. Then, when you have bifurcated your merchandise or your products from different categories, it becomes easy for us to source them. Therefore, sourcing of merchandise. And then allocation to different stores. When I say to different stores, we have just discussed that two different stores in two different locations will have the different impact of sales. Hence, allotting the merchandise to those. Again, here monitoring of merchandise means monitoring the evaporation. It means how much merchandise can be sold or how much merchandise is moving. Sales, whether the sales are going according to our plan or not, or whether we want to revise our strategy of sales. Okay, so that is what the monitoring of merchandise means. Then vendor evaluation. It is very, very important that we must evaluate our vendor from where we are sourcing our merchandise. Okay. Now, the business strategies are sourcing. Sourcing is very important, as I just told you in my different slides also. Second one is make or buy. When I say make or buy, go back to our second slide where I have just explained you what is garment house and what is buying house. If we are making the merchandise, if we are the producers and we are producing those merchandise in-house, then we are making it. If we place an order to some other company from where our merchandise will be produced, then we become a buyer. Okay. Guys, give me the name of some of the brands which you know.
Topshop UK, Canvolo France, Germany, there is one more.
Okay.
Levi's, Gap.
Right. Right.
Polo,
Right.
Copper Shop.
Marks
Okay.
and Spencer.
Right.
Vera
Marks and
Moda.
Spencer. Very good.
Vera Moda.
Yeah, Vera
H&M.
Moda.
H&M.
Very good.
Tommy Hilfiger, Pepe.
Only.
Versace.
Right. Now, how many of these brands have their own manufacturing units? No one knows that. Correct? We don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
They have tie-up with the units when they put.
At most brands names which were taken right now, 90% of these brands are following the strategy of buying. They set their standards and they just go out to a vendor and ask them to manufacture goods for them. Okay. There are very few brands which are manufacturing their own products. I can say almost 75% of the brands are buying the products, or they place the order for manufacturing. Okay. Now, vendor identification. When I say identification and vendor selection, here, this is a very, very important part. To identify the vendor from where our merchandise or our raw material is to be procured or manufactured, here, the strength of the vendor is also to be identified, or it is to be also monitored. In the sense key, what is the space or what is the capacity of his production? Okay. How much manpower does he have? What is the type of machineries which he is using? Okay. and whether he is capable of investing for our product to be manufactured. When we are satisfied with all these different verifications, only then we can place the order over there. Therefore, vendor identification becomes very important. Then yes, of course, in any business or any meetings, negotiations play an important role, right? Negotiations are based on what? I think I'm not able to put a question properly. What do you think? What is a key role of negotiation, or how will you negotiate?
For one product in bulk to
Convince with satisfaction.
Okay. How will you convince? How will you convince?
Price, quality, delivery.
See, if we know the entire standards, okay, if we know the proper requirement of the raw material, and if you know the raw material properly, or I will say scientifically also, only then you will be in the strongest position to negotiate, because you know the actual facts, you know the actual price, and what is the position at that moment when you are sitting for the negotiation.
So you are trying to say the cost of the raw materials and the labor. Yeah.
Cost of the raw material is important, as well as the availability of that raw material in the market. That is also very, very important, because again, market, what is market? Market is a place where it depends upon demand and supply, right?
Yes.
So availability of the material is also very key important, as well as the price. So
Like
when you
cost
know
of
that,
making.
huh?
Like cost of making.
Yes, yes.
Labor
The cost
charges
of making baad mein aayega. That is afterwards. First the raw material. Okay. Then the cost of making. And all when you go through all these first 4 points, automatically placing the order becomes easy. Okay. Now this is the season calendar, which I was just explaining it to you. We have the seasons of 4 months. 4 months summer, 4 months winter. September to December is winter. And from February to June is summer. Now, when I say this, it is according to the retail strategy. Although we, we are right now in the summer phase, but the merchandise which are available on the floor will be of winter. Okay. Now, this is based on, when I say winter merchandise or summer merchandise, the key element which plays the part over here is fashion. And the principle of fashion is about the texture. For summer, we will use cotton fabric, and for winter, we use woolen. Okay. Same thing happens with other products also. For example, FMCG. If you go for FMCG, your toothpaste, okay, or any beauty products, your products change according to the season, right?
Yes, sir.
Huh. So this is the season calendar, and you can see there's orange circles. Now the purple circles reflects that is the lull period between the two seasons, which is known as autumn and spring. Now this is the period where EOSS takes place. Now EOSS means end of season sale at the retail end. You have seen this prior pandemic. Every 6 months there are sales, or the brands come up with the sales. They announce the sales from about 25% se leke 50% tak. Now this is done because the space of the store has been vacant, so that the new merchandise can take its place. Clear? Now let's understand what is visual merchandising. Visual power is the most effective and sensitive power. We can remember the pictorial things effectively than the words and sentences. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Visual power gave birth to the gradations of colors and all the creative products in the world. Okay, I'll tell you one very key finding in visual merchandising. It has been proved that a human being or a person mind takes 6 seconds maximum to make a decision whenever he sees any new thing. Whenever our eyes see any new thing, okay, it takes 6 seconds whether to generate the interest to know more about it or to ignore it. Okay, you followed what I say? Understood. So visual merchandising is a very, very tough as well as challenging work. Retailers use this power to attract a consumer to their establishment in order to sell a merchandise. When I say merchandise, it is a product. Visual merchandising is an art of designing and creating a visually pleasing windows and in-store display layouts for retail outlet. The person who utilizes his skills in design and space utilization to display counters and in-store display is known as visual merchandiser. So what does it mean? It means the presentation of a merchandise at its best, besides the effects of color, coordination, or suitable accessories and decor. So what is the meaning of visual merchandising? It is the presentation of merchandise. Now see this picture. You'll be able to get the glimpse of it. The product is an evening gown or evening party gown, which is presented in such a manner that looking at the entire display, you will make up a decision that this type of a garment is indoor party, okay, as well as which should be accessorized with a luxurious necklace. Yeah. Hello. Now, what is the purpose? The purpose of visual merchandising is to promote sales. It reflects the store image. When I say store, it is also a brand. It informs the public about the type of merchandise in the store. Now, importance is points to be highlighted. When I say the points which are to be highlighted is the points of the product, the characteristics of product, quality of the product or merchandise, the price of the merchandise, which is a key factor. Okay. So these are the 3 very important points which are to be highlighted. The fashion characteristic of a merchandise, quality of a merchandise, and price. Now, display is a non-personal physical presentation or can you see this? Looking at the merchandise, you make a decision whether we have to go for it or not. Now, here you can see it has been accessorized, whatever the product is. Okay, you can see a traveling bag, a cap, correct? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. This shows that the merchandise which has been displayed over here is, number 1, you'll get it in different colors and in different sizes, as well as the merchandise can be used as a sportswear or a travel wear. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Now the purpose, why do we do this display? We do it to communicate. Communicate means to show. Display is a vital bridge between person and a store, means people and store. Second, the means of communication for person to person selling. Then display is used to introduce a new merchandise or a product. It educates the consumer to how a new product can be used, worn, or accessorized. Now, whenever we want to make a display, these are the key elements which we have to keep it in mind. Number one, the product. Okay, what is the product? Whether it is an apparel, whether it is an accessory, or any other product. Second thing, color. Now we have all learned about the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors. Third, the texture. Texture, when I say texture, means it's a treatment or a feel. I've just shown you a picture, last picture, where different sizes and different color options were present, right? So what the feel it gives, looking at the entire picture, it gives you a feel of comfort. That's the texture of a visual merchandising, or you can say of a display, sorry. Then line. Line means not in single line, it means the direction. What exactly we want to convey. Then comes composition, means the main merchandise, your main product should be combined or grouped together with accessories or any other similar product. Taking an example of FMCG or of beauty products. How will you group a beauty product together? Yeah? Any example of grouping a product together? I'll give you one simple example. Especially girls, when you go to buy a new shade or a new color for a lipstick, you'll definitely also combine it or group it with your nail paint. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Then comes lights. Various types of lights and its impact. Let me tell you, lights have a very, very huge impact on display. And they play a very vital role. And finally, furniture and fixtures. Now, can you see this picture of a video of a visual merchandise? This is a planning, or you can say the way merchandise are been placed in a store. Okay, VM doesn't mean only making a display, but it also has a role of placing a merchandise in a store according to the ratio which I was just talking about. The furniture, fixtures which are being used, and the manner in which merchandise are displayed so that it can be easily available for a person to pick it up. Okay. Now let us go through the job opportunities. At backend in retail, we have jobs are like brand manager, national head, regional head, area head, fashion consultant, senior merchandiser. Okay. These are the backend where all the planning and strategies are made. And at front end, store manager, merchandiser, VM, advisor. Okay. So guys, here I stop my presentation. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Over to Edmund.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, can we have the presentation in group?
Thank you, sir.
Yes, you'll all receive by mail. You all are requested to ask your respective questions one by one, or you can also post it on chat box. Fine enough?
Deepak sir,
Yes.
question from our participant. He is asking like how this presentation is going to help in practical life as you described so many things. So if we are going to apply practically, so is it useful or the research conducted by you is authentic or not? So please clear this.
I didn't get your question properly. Can you repeat me, please?
Yeah, sir, one of the participant is asking how these concepts are practically applicable, and the research you showed here, is it 100% genuine? How we can say this? He's asking like this.
Now, let me tell you one thing over here, guys. This is the manner in which we have to work in the industry. Okay. Our key points, we should know our key points and at the position where we are exactly working. Okay. So, at whatever positions we are working, whether it is a merchandiser or a senior merchandiser, you can say in a floor end or at the back end, you must be able to prove yourself through your knowledge. Okay, and the points which I have just discussed with you, these are those points which are internationally implicable.
And one more question, sir.
Yeah.
The course provided by Lead Walker, if someone does this course, so is he or she is going to be promoted or not? This doubt has come from one of our participants.
Now, see, let me tell you one thing. At whichever position you are working right now in an industry, okay, okay, you know your position well, you know your experience well, right? The course will help you and it will support you to enhance it. How to take it to the upper level, or how will you increase your knowledge to implement your new ideas, new views to the next level. Understood? So when you do this course, you will be certified as per that. Next.
So the ratio you described is 1:2.5 for the store. Can you explain what exactly it means? If suppose the shop is 10 by 10, like 100 square feet,
100 square feet.
Then how it will be 2.5 for?
Yeah. So when I say 2.5, it means the total number of stock. Now let me tell you, if it is of apparel, okay. Now if it is of an apparel, it doesn't mean that it will be 250 pieces. It may be 200 pieces of apparel, 50 pieces of accessories, or it will be somewhere round about, you can say 175 number of pieces, or you can say number of pieces of apparel stock, and the rest should be of accessories. But this number should not go down. Otherwise, your sales estimate will be disturbed, which will directly have an influence on your budget. Clear?
Yeah, but how do we divide, like how many pieces we can show in a display for a visual merchandising, and rest we can put it as a stock?
Yeah, yeah. So this depends upon the manner in which you plan your inventory. Okay, how you select your merchandise for your store. Number one. Number two, always new arrivals are projected. Okay, always new arrivals are projected. And now this is again depends upon how you rotate your visual merchandise, how you rotate your display. You won't see, it is not possible that all the new arrivals will be put on the display. So we have to plan accordingly the number of new arrivals which can be go for a display and which can attract consumers more and more. Hence, the rotation of display is also to be planned by after how many days, whether it will be fortnight or whether it will be after thrice a month or 4 times a month, the display will be rotated. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was very informative session. Thanks.
So,
yeah.
So,
one more question is asked by one of our participants. She is asking like the concepts you taught, those are worth learning. She just wanted to confirm that is it applicable for all the field or it is only for textile industry, as you have taken the topic about textile industry, sir.
No, see, this is the method, or you can say this is the manner in which throughout all the industries work. The product can be anything. Got it? You can take an example of a car. How many do all the brands have their own manufacturing line? We have this, every brand has their own standards for their product, but it is not necessary that they manufacture at their end.
May I request the participants who has any doubt, please feel free to ask. As we are already running out of time, so please, if you have any doubt, you can ask here.
No doubt, sir. The session was really good.
Any more questions?
Sir, which is best? In-house manufacturing is best or brought out is best?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, which is best? In-house manufacturing is best or brought out article is best?
See, that depends upon the strategy which you plan out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That is what we have to plan properly. What will be best for us? You have to plan, because see, you have options available right now, right? We have the options that the manufacturing can be outsourced. So if it can be outsourced, I will say that is the best way, because you don't have to put up the entire factory. You have to just select the proper vendor from where the manufacturing can take place. So the second option is best one. Get the work
brought
done.
out.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if there is no question, should we move to vote of thanks?
Yes,
Okay.
Varsha.
Okay, so here I'm starting. Good evening, everyone. I'm Varsha and I'm here to present the vote of thanks for today's webinar. Before we proceed, I would like to announce that we shall be uploading this webinar on YouTube channel. If you missed something by chance, you can visit our channel and have a look. Moving on to vote of thanks. On the behalf of Lead Walker, I would like to thank our speaker, Mr. Deepak sir, for enlightening us with his rich knowledge. I'm sure that all of you agree that today's webinar was interesting and full of knowledge. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to convey my gratitude towards Mr. Gajanan, who helped us reaching to our valuable audience by means publishing this event in Vyapar, a Hindi publication. I thank to our director, Mr. Bashir Doctor, and to the whole team of Lead Walker, who really worked hard to make this event successful. Also, thanks to all participants present here. Now we are announcing to end this webinar here. Have a good night to all. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
The feedback form has sent in the chat box. And see that.
It has also sent to you by mail. You can fill and you'll have your certificate.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you, Riyan sir.